When men watch porn, how do y'all get around the fact
This
that
is
it's a man in porn?
how do you get around what?
The fact that you have to look at another man in the porn.
They don't
I
care.
don't know. I don't watch porn.
How you
Quentin,
getting around that?
you did it, Quentin.
Porn's illegal in Oklahoma. You can't watch it.
Nah, there was something on your phone.
Nigga, this one was on my phone, nigga. One moment,
That's
please.
downloaded. That's saved.
No, don't play it again.
Y'all niggas was like, are you
You shouldn't
watching
have showed
porn? Oh
that.
my god.
You shouldn't have showed that.
Quentin, how answer
Nigga
the
look
question?
strange as
For how do
hell.
you?
I don't know. I have my own collection. I don't have to watch others.
So you've never watched other people's.
No, I do my own and I watch my own.
She don't believe that shit.
I don't know why. Like
Carrie cracking up.
the iPhone is a great thing.
I really think porn is a psyop. Like they constantly program people to be constantly thinking about like sex and food. They just keep us down here, just like animals, just humping and eating, and that's it, you know. And I really think it's intentional. And I really think it's an attack on all this sexualizing everything. It's kind of an attack on masculinity because y'all are supposed to pursue, and if everything is being brought to y'all, y'all are like kind of getting domesticated and taken out of y'all
I
natural.
agree. I agree.
I I think it's intentional, but nobody has enough
And it gets
mind
harder and
power.
harder for
I
like
was trying to tell y'all who in charge of that industry. Y'all ain't want to
Well,
listen to
yes,
me.
yes, that's true. That's true.
Y'all ain't want to
They're in charge of
listen
a
to
lot of,
me.
it's been that way though. What are we gonna do about it? Nobody's gonna
I ain't gonna
stop
do shit.
watching
I'm
it.
gonna enjoy my life. I ain't helping nobody at this
Right.
point. Fuck it. If you're not a chaser, then I ain't fucking. I don't even give a fuck.
Yeah, Marty. Man,
Ah!
folks.
Oh, sorry.
Fuck. Man, you gotta start muting your mic.
I don't know what Quentin be on, bro.
This dude be having the most outrageous outbursts.
Yeah,
I'm frustrated as fuck right now.
but yeah, I agree with you, Molly. I do think it, and I think that people that get caught up with it,
No, nigga, my eyebrows ain't done.
fuck is Quentin on, bro?
Ay, ay, ay.
Come on, Quentin, man. Shit.
Some niggas talking shit in the chat, nigga.
Mute him, nigga.
That's every day.
You don't gotta reply to them niggas.
That's Slimmy, okay.
But no, I do think that it is something that keeps people programmed and controlled, and people that can't control themselves. It is. It's a bad look. It's a bad do for them. So
And they told us sex sells, and that's all they push in everything, everything.
it's in every show. It's in every fucking movie. It's in everything, bro. I was watching that first episode of The Last Amongst Us or whatever it is, and it's an
The
Oh
Last of
yeah,
Us.
Last
Last
of
of Us,
Us.
Last of Us, and it's an adaptation from the video game.
Yeah, that game dope as fuck.
I never played the game, but I really liked the first season of the series. And in the first season, and the first, because they're releasing it week after week after week on HBO Max. The first episode,
On
which
season
dropped,
2?
yeah, the first episode of season 2 just dropped. And the girl, the main girl, she on some gay shit.
Oh
They
yeah,
did
yeah,
that
yeah,
in the
yeah,
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 first
yeah,
season
yeah.
yeah,
It's
too.
based off. Yeah, it's based off
yeah.
the game.
Well, she's pushing that agenda too in her own, like she's not, it's not only in the show. They're also making her kind of like one of those gender fluid. They're pushing that.
Yeah, she's like that in the game. It's really
Is
weird.
she
I mean,
like that
they're
in the
pushing
game?
all of that in
Yeah, on
cartoons
the
too.
second, in The Last of Us too, she popped up gay as fuck. It was weird.
But in every show, you gotta have that. You gotta have the black person.
Hmm.
You gotta have the gay
The
person.
representation of
Yeah, they
everybody.
put they put that they put that shit in video games heavy too.
It
Shit
kind
weird
of
as
it
fuck.
kind of flipped me out because I was just like, I'm kind of over it now. I don't even want to watch it no more. And it's not that I give a fuck. It's more like, why?
It's
Like,
propaganda,
right.
Why?
brainwashing us.
Unnecessary.
We gotta
Why?
accept it, just
Oh,
like they
that
was
is
I,
a
pushing
I
fact.
I
everybody
noticed that
normalize
in
wearing
a lot.
masks.
I noticed that in a lot of shows, it doesn't make the storyline or break the storyline. It's like instead of you just having her be married to a man, you had her married to a woman. Like why? I think it's almost like they have to put it in there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I
what they
think
say.
Everything
When
You
they
they
online
gotta
did
have a
is
that
do.
black
shit with
person,
Empire, man, I was
you gotta have a black
too
person, you
through.
gotta have a gay person.
But
Yeah.
why? Why?
ESG scores.
Is it gonna like make it any more exciting or something like that? Like why?
It's just
I
the
They're
don't
just
know.
agenda.
pushing it on us. They
That's
just
the
pushing it on.
agenda.
And they're
Mm.
perverts. So like I can't even now that I'm older, it's just like especially movies and you see where they make like little kids kiss or something like that. I get so uncomfortable because these people are like literally pedos. And a lot of this stuff
Well,
is probably they were getting off to a lot of this stuff that they put in TV.
well, the thing is, they not. I ain't gonna say that. Never mind.
I watched Black Mirror the other day, the one with Issa Rae in it, and I was so disappointed because it was just like a whole
Oh,
episode of her and this woman, and I was just like, why?
Wait, she was on Black Mirror. It's
The
a new
newest
It's a
season.
new season.
Yeah.
hmm it's
What?
everywhere. It's hard to
Yeah,
even
that just
watch.
happened in
Well, I
the
don't watch a
episode
lot of
of
TV, but
Fire. What's it called? Fire. I can't think of the name of it. It's a series on Prime about firefighters. I love it. It's so good. But there was an episode, one of the guys, the black dude who was a firefighter, like there's a program where you're an inmate, you can be a firefighter but still an inmate.
They do that in
And
California.
yeah.
that's where it takes place in California. And the one of the guys, that guy, his son has been acting up or whatever. So they have this event at the fire camp and they let all their kids come. So his daughters and his son comes and his son is like running around messing with the fire truck, doing all this stuff like he's having all these different fits. And so finally the girl who is their like fire leader, she's gay. Eve is gay. And so she starts talking to the son and she's like, what's going on? And he basically let her know that there's a boy that he likes at school. His father thought he was getting bullied, but there's a boy that he likes at school and he was nervous to tell his dad about him liking the boy. So she starts telling like, my parents, I had to go through the same thing, but my father loved me anyway. I think your dad will too. So he's like, will you sit with me while I tell him? So they sit down, they tell his father, and his father is like, my son is like interested in some. He got excited. He was to the point where he was like, I could tell you how to like talk to him, how to find out what he's interested in.
What?
Cause like, yes,
That's grooming.
yes,
Hey man, what
yes.
really should have happened? He should have shot her ass for even telling that teaching her kid that shit, man. What the fuck?
It's a show. But the CIA writes a lot of these scripts and programs, though. This is coming from a CIA. So a lot of it is a psyop. A lot of it is they're
Holly
they
is right, bro.
they I saw something where I can't even remember. It was like some rich white man, but he was basically saying like they're trying to intentionally nudge society in a certain direction. And if
No,
we don't
she's
wake up to
100%
it,
right. Like if you look at the Department of Government Efficiency and what they was uncovering and
Crazy.
what we were sending billions of dollars over to other these other countries, they were like creating cartoons in Sesame Street and shit for diversity, equity, and inclusion, and for them to adjust whatever because they was basically teaching them through propaganda to more or less go over to be having more Americanized standards and be more inclusive, and then to start embracing the gay agenda and all of that shit. Man, listen, bro, all of this shit has been programmed in us. All
Mhm.
everything that we see and we say that we making a choice of, that's what they're giving you the illusion of. That's what makes you do it, is because you think that you're choosing to live this alternative lifestyle. This shit is planted everywhere. It's so overt. It's on the buses that pass by. It's on the ads. It's on billboards, subconsciously and objectively. It's in the movies. It's nudged into it, and it pushes it. And that's why I say that the music that we listen to, the stuff that we consume on a regular basis, All of this stuff is dangerous, and everybody thinking that they're making a choice. But that is the thing. That is the most dangerous thing, is to think that you're thinking about it and you're doing it on your own, when in reality it's subconsciously playing. If you look at some of these movies, they'll tell you what they're doing. Like, it was a Will Smith movie where he was uh, like some kind of scammer or whatever. And, you know,
Yeah,
he
6 degrees of separation.
Six
no, no,
degrees
no,
of
no, no, no,
separation.
no. It was the one where him and the girl was in it, and he was like gambling or something, and all of that
Yeah, with the
stuff.
Oh
Asian
yeah,
guy,
yeah,
and they
yeah, yeah,
made the
yeah.
bet.
Focus. It's called Focus.
Oh
And
yeah.
he made the guy think that he had looked at the
Right.
guy, the
Right.
guy that was on
Yeah,
the football
When they
field.
were
In
subconsciously
reality,
dropping it off.
everything around him was being planted to have him focus on that and look at that guy so that he could ultimately select it. And that is literally what happens every single day in our everyday life. It's the thing that you pass going into your car. It's the colors that you see on a regular basis. It's the thing that the guy at church is teaching you. It's in our finances. A lot of people think that it makes sense for us to finance at this rate and for you to just do this. No, this shit is beat into you. It's beat into you every single day. It's in everything you do. It's on the
I
ads, it's
believe.
in music, it's in everything. Everything y'all doing, a lot of people that they think that they making a decision for themselves, is programmed into them. Shit is
yeah.
P
bullshit.
Diddy
Why
P
do you
Diddy
think
said
that
that
is
too.
for? Why do you think that is though? With the like, I believe I agree with you. I think that is definitely programming and it's intentional. I'm trying to figure out why. Is it a demonic thing, or is
It's
it
control.
a
Hell
money
yeah.
Yes,
money
it's
thing?
demonic.
It's
P Diddy
control.
Think
said
about it
that they
like this.
control what
Think
we
about it
listen
like
to, what
this.
we wear, all of that.
We've been programmed to think that red means stop.
Hmm.
Who said that red means stop? And why is that universal? Like, why do we by default, since a little bit of kid, we automatically think red is stop? All of this shit is
I
literally
used to ask
studied.
those types of
They're doing
questions.
witchcraft on us. It's just witchcraft, and I
Well,
think the
well,
But
witchcraft
what
is
do you
the
what
think
it
one
of it
that,
is.
so much
But
with
hold
the
on, think
gay
about it. Think
thing?
about that shit for a second. Why is red stop?
Well, if I can shift the collective consciousness, I can make you do whatever I want.
Correct.
It starts with little things like red is stop, or, pink means girl, or just whatever. And I just slowly start shifting this.
It it starts in school, and I
And right,
said
and it
that
happens
teaching
before you know it.
kids. I was like,
but
I could tell these kids anything, and they would believe me, and they would grow up taking that ideology with me. Like, it's really not a game. Like, you have so much power, especially when you're teaching, especially when you're teaching little kids.
but
I know how they do it. It's so easy.
the one that flies under the radar though is the frequencies, because most
Yeah.
people pay attention to the movie and what's going on. It's the score. So when
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
when I started doing writing behind the scenes, the score actually is what makes you feel what you
That
feel.
is 100% true.
Yeah.
So, like in Jason, the score comes up, and that's when you like, oh, Jason about to come. It's a feeling,
That's
and so
100%
that
Yeah.
true.
controls here. So
Music,
that's the one that
music
goes
is
underground.
They've
yeah, music is
weaponized
the only
music
source of its
Right.
frequencies.
music is the only source of its kind in the world. Where that could reverberate with you when you don't hear it. It's the
Yep, you're
only
right.
source of its kind
Because there are
in
frequencies
on the
that can
planet.
heal you, and there are frequencies
There
that can make
are.
you lose your
Yep.
mind. Like, you can manipulate matter with frequency.
Hmm.
So it's just
Yeah,
like, I can make the
Yep.
inside of your body do whatever I want it to,
Yep.
You
based
can
on the
make somebody
frequency that I'm
explode with the
having you
right
listen to.
frequency.
That's true. And there's certain soundtracks that I've downloaded because I'm like, damn, that shit slap. Like, and I ain't even talking about like a regular soundtrack. I'm talking about like the score of Moneyball, right? Or stuff like that. Like, it's moments where it's like, oh my God, he was so tense. Brad Pitt was pacing inside of the tunnel, and they played a certain sound, and it just kind of perfect thing, perfect fucking thing. So I went to this candlelight yesterday, right? Um, and if you start looking, and the first thing that I noticed, I was looking at the ambiance, and I was, I always ask myself questions, and I think similar to Carrie, I have to turn my mind off so that I can just enjoy certain things. Because if you keep on paying attention to every single thing around you, it'll kind of sort of drive you crazy, and that you can't focus on the thing that you were supposed to be programmed to focus on because you're so busy looking at all the things around you. So I'm looking at the candles, and I notice that the candles is not really on fire, but it's created to where it looks like it's a real candle, right? And the ambiance, and then they sat right there in the middle. And every single time they would only play 2 songs before they start having a certain conversation with the audience. And, you know, I also paid attention to how it made me feel when certain songs came on, because she came up and she was like, I'm about to play Fix You from Coldplay. But the way she introduced it, she said, anybody that has ever had a medical emergency, you probably know what this song is. And that's the way she introduced it. And when you listen to it and you actually hear the way that he go, and then the way that it kind of ramps up into the song to kind of make you emotional about the whole thing, and then it recalls a certain time, that shit is all spiritual. It's all
Yeah, when you learn
Yeah, that
instruments, they
all
teach you
programming,
that.
bro.
They teach you how to play harmonic levels. Like
Mhm.
when I was in a band, in a concert band, they teach you how to play harmonic levels. They teach you how to play lower levels that introduce like a lower frequency.
Mhm.
It's especially with like things like cellos and more string instruments, harps, things like that. But it definitely exists that they changed the tunes of actually the hertz for music. So most of it used to be on a different frequency. Now it's on like 440, right, which is a lower frequency. So you learn all of that when you're like into music and
The
soundtracking.
worst part about it though, Mika, is that people truly think that they choosing for
No,
themselves.
they're not.
That's the most dangerous part. People will literally tell you, man, listen, I can listen to it, and that don't mean that I want to kill somebody. Nigga, everything you do is based off of the culture that's been programmed for you to believe.
But that's why that what's that Chicago drill music? That's why they was
Yes.
doing a lot of it because the frequency on it ignites that.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
that
Um,
candlelight
Chicago is
shit,
just
that shit seemed like a seance.
no, it's really great, bro. You should
it
need to check
seemed
it
like
out.
a
It's dope.
vibe.
It's a vibe. Make you want to get some pussy.
He was doing so good.
And then
My
just
bad.
derailed, just
My bad.
straight left.
My bad. You know
He,
what? It
he
makes you
can't
want
help
to. It
himself.
makes you want to fall in love. And
It
is that how
makes
y'all
you
want us to?
feel
Okay, I'm gonna say
There
it like
you
empathy.
that.
go. There you go.
It makes you want to fall in love and hold hands as you walk back to the car. In the ambiance, as you see the street light right above your head, and it's only shining on you, and the rest of the parking lot is dark. Is that better?
That's right.
Yeah,
Talk
love
specific.
Jones kind of vibe. You know what I'm
Right. No,
Very
this now.
saying?